and the one was abusing the other.
Right.
And we just looked the other way. Well, because what? They're same sex. They're one's a male, one's a female. It doesn't matter. It's not okay. No matter how you toss it, look at it, spin it, joke about it. Anything like that. It's not okay. And to have those acts celebrated, it is really just.
It's insane.
It's insane.
And with that situation, I ended up dead stepping in, but it was after one guy got knocked out.
Yeah.
And I stepped in, and the guy was still trying to beat the dude that was on the ground, and I stepped in at that point. And looking back, I should have tried to break it up to begin with. And again, my mindset has changed a lot since that was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
It's one of those things you have to be able to make the call when you're there as to what's going on.
Right.
So we've come a long way as a society, but I believe we still have a long way to go.
Right.
Yeah. And
it wasn't long ago that the jokes were made and the woman was celebrated at Crow's work for beating up her husband.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, she beat her husband, and it was okay. I was like, hey, good for you.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, it's still a thing.
Yeah.
It's still abuse.
And when you've been somebody who's suffered through abuse and you have to sit and listen to it,
it's not funny.
It's not funny.
It's not funny to begin with, but it's less funny if you're sitting there having been the abused. Kind of fucking sucks to just sit through it and listen to what these people have to say about it. But you chime in, and they're like, oh, like you have anything to say, you're a dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck you know about abuse? It's bullshit.
Right.
But that's
I
not
just
how
shrugged at the microphone. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing is that there are ways to get out. You do not have to stay in an abusive relationship, and please, for the life of yourself,
your family,
your kids, your anything, just get out. There are options out there to get out, get help, do something, because you do not need to suffer through this. Yeah. This is not life. That's not what life is for. It's not meant to be to suffer through it.
It's not. And if you're unhappy, you're the only person who has the capacity to change it. Right. The strength, the will, the determination, the right. Because you are your own person. But you also deserve happiness, respect, love, honor. All of those things, you deserve them. And you have to realize that it's not your fault.
It is not your fault.
You don't have to take responsibility for the things that they are going through. One of the biggest pieces of advice that I've been able to apply throughout healing through different things is something I heard by a lady named Rika Zimmerman. She was doing a webinar type thing on healing. She goes through this whole thing, and she is just a wordsmith, and she's magic on the microphone. She has a way of making you realize and understand things, especially when you've gone through stuff like that. And you have to realize that you can't take it personally, because if there were anyone else in your position, the same things would have happened. It's not because you caused it. Right. It's because they're horrible.
Yeah.
And they're the people they are, and that's it. When you do realize it and you choose to stay, that is something else that you need to come to terms with. It is your responsibility. It is your duty to yourself, to your loved ones, to get out.
Yeah.
And be happy and heal and actually experience a life that you were meant to live.
And you're not doing anybody any favors staying in an abusive relationship, including your kids.
Right.
Well, wait. I'll just wait till my kids are 18 and out of the house. You know what? In some aspects, I can see how because if you are, there's a possibility of you losing your kids, because I get that. But at the same time, like you're showing your kids what is okay. You can hide, you can shelter your kids from a lot of stuff, but kids are smarter than most people give them credit for, and they know. And if nothing else, they feel.
And they're not deaf.
Yeah. Another way to be able to cope and deal with things is to either completely have no contact whatsoever with them going forward, or have very strict set boundary contact and not to engage them in their tactics and trials for arguing, for hooking you back in, for, giving you another blank apology, for just all of the different tactical maneuvers that have worked on you over the years. Don't give in to them anymore. Don't engage in arguments with them anymore.
I gotta say, that is not easy at all.
It's really not. Get out when you can and give yourself time to heal.
Understand that your abuser knows that you're a good person, and they will use that
against you
over and over again as long as you let them.
Oh, yeah. It's one of your greatest gifts, though.
Yep.
But it's being wasted on somebody who absolutely does not appreciate or deserve it. If you're being treated in those kind of ways and being made to feel like you're less than magnificent.
Right.
Yep.
So that old expression, givers need to set limits because takers don't.
You deserve to be happy. You deserve it. Why not? You deserve to be happy. And that's just what it comes down to.
Yeah.
And if you're not happy in a situation, figure out a situation where you would be happier. So I guess we're gonna start wrapping up this episode, but I think we're going to give you information to get help.
We have a lot of information.
And we're going to post links on our website in the description of the podcast. We'll also have information there. Jay had found not too long ago was movers that help people get out of domestic violence situations. So if you're looking to get out, there are moving companies that will help you do that. Jay is going to give you some information here.
There is a really, really in-depth, great article. It's on Healthline, and it's titled How to Recognize the Signs of Mental and Emotional Abuse. And it goes through all of the different types of abuse, the signs to look for, and those types of things. It also lists a couple of resources at the end there, but we do have an extensive list of resources. So the National Domestic Violence Hotline...
And this is for the U.S. There are some, and we'll try to find some for different countries.
Is 1-800-799-SAFE, 1-800-799-7233. For our younger listeners, there is an organization called Love is Respect. It is the National Dating Abuse Hotline, and it gives teens and young adults a chance to chat online together or call and text with people who will advocate for you. And that is 1-866-331-9474. The website is www.loveisrespect.org.
That's pretty awesome to have that for kids.
That is great.
For younger. There's also this other one here. It's called Break the Cycle, supporting young people between 12 and 24. Nice. And showing them how to build healthy relationships to create abuse-free culture.
Nice.
So if you're in a family line, your lineage is full of lots of abuse, or you know people who are, that might be something that you could give out to them that would be really good. There's the Suicide Prevention Lifeline, 1-800-273-8255. The National Sexual Assault Hotline is 1-800-656-4673. That's www.rainn.org. There is also one called Futures Without Violence, the National Health Resource Center on Domestic Violence, and that's 1-888-792-2873, and that's futureswithoutviolence.org.
We'll go ahead and list the where we found this information at, where they have all the resources from.
Here are some LGBTQ plus friendly sites. It's the Audre Lorde Project. You're going to want to go online. That's www.alp.org. And then there's the Lambda GLBT Community Services, 1-206-350-4283. The National Coalition of Anti-Violence Programs, 1-212-714-1184. And the website for that is ncavp.org. The National Gay and Lesbian Task Force, 1-202-393-5177. And that is www.ncavp.org. NGLTF.org. And then there is the Northwest Network of Bisexual, Trans, Lesbian, and Gay Survivors of Abuse. It is 1-206-568-7777, and that's www.nwnetwork.org. The other one is also Trans Lifeline, and that is 1-877-565-8860, and that's www.translifeline.org.
And we'll post a complete list, well, a link to the complete list of resources.
Because it's literally 12 pages of lots of help for people of different ethnicities, people of different age groups. There's some for elderly in there.
What's the site you got that from?
Where we got this resource is the NCADV, which is they offer resources covering a variety of needs. So they offer resources for those working with victims and survivors of domestic violence. And that is www.ncadv.org/learn-more/resources #working with.
So, what about our information for if people would like to look us up a little bit?
So if you want to look us up, you can, and we'll have, like I said, we'll have all this information posted on our episode description. So you can find us at poly-saturated.com. You can hit us up on Twitter at poly_saturated, Facebook at polysaturated, patreon.com/polysaturated. You can send us an email at askus@poly-saturated.com. And if you would love to do us a favor, if you like this episode, go ahead and leave us a review. I'd like to thank a little bit of chaos on iTunes. She left us a really amazing review, and she made Jay all teary-eyed.
Yeah, she did.
Thank you.
It was really sweet.
It was an
Thank
awesome.
you.
And but we appreciate any reviews that we get. It just kind of keeps us up there and moving forward, getting the information out there. So
it doesn't only keep us up there, it gives us more fuel to be able to do it, even when things are really wonk in our lives, because, we do this every week, and it takes a significant amount of time of editing and recording and all of that. That's mainly Zan doing the editing there.
Especially last episode, dear God. And if you want to hear some of the outtakes and some of the cuts, I gotta edit that. It's gonna take me hours to edit that, but I will post the hilarity that happened that did not go in the last episode at our Patreon. Because, good God.
But your reviews, your feedback, your interaction really keeps us going. It really does. It lets us know that there's somebody out there actually listening. It's like, hello, we're talking into these microphones. So it's really good to know not only that we're getting through, just also that we're making a difference. And so that's why we do this in the first place. But thank you to everybody who's giving us feedback or who's interacting with us and just cluing them in on how they're doing and how their polycules are and how their families are and how they're surviving and getting through all of this stuff, because, we're just trying to all get through this together. But any little bit of positivity and encouragement
we'll get
goes
through
a
this
long
together
way.
Apart.
Yes, at
6 feet apart
at
least.
a social distance level.
Right.
Yeah.
So
it's perfectly safe to listen to us.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. We can be right in your ear, and yet we're way more than 6 feet away.
We'll
Whispering in your ear.
put us in your ear hole.
Wow.
Wow, Zan.
What? Fine.
Well,
whatever.
that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for joining us again, and please come and see us next time. As we say here at this place, in this closet, from our closet to yours, keeping it polysaturated is
Keeping it poly-real.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Stay safe. Wash your hands. Wash your filthy hands.